The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, a prominent figure in the global defense market, reached a new milestone recently. An F-35B, completely armed and stationed on board the UK Navy's HMS Prince of Wales, underwent trials off the US Eastern Seaboard. The British Navy's public communication noted that situated on the deck of HMS Prince of Wales off the US Eastern Seaboard, this fully armed F-35B signifies power at its peak and asserts maximum effort. According to a representative from the Royal Navy, the term used in naval aviation for this state of readiness is beast mode, a condition where every possible slot is taken up by weaponry, and the internal bomb bay is teeming with armament. When fully loaded, the F-35B can command an impressive 20 to 1,000 pounds of offensive and defensive power, comprising air-to-air, air-to-ground missiles, and both conventional and precision-guided ordnance. Identifying parallels between a fully armed F-35B and a WW to Lancaster bomber carrying its heaviest load, such as the Grand Slam known colloquially as the earthquake bomb, the service underscored the formidable power of the recent weaponry. The Lancaster bomber has cemented its historical significance in the European theater due to its pivotal role in the bombing of Nazi Germany's critical military sites and manufacturing plants. Attempting to provide a visual representation of the fully loaded F-35B on the Prince of Wales, the UK Navy stated, "Its laden weight is almost triple that of the UK's previous carrier-based strike aircraft, the Harrier GR9, from over a decade ago." In this particular situation, the armament bay of the uniquely modified F-35B from the US Navy's Integrated Test Force was stocked with a mix of inert 1,000 pounds paveways and inert 500 pounds paveway for laser-guided bombs. The latter, having gained the status of the Royal Air Force's preferred bombing weapon, boasts of the capability to be led with extreme precision to its target by a laser, thereby greatly enhancing the success rate of bombing runs. At present, the UK Navy's F-35s are typically launched from the 350-foot mark on the deck, approximately where the front island concludes. Nevertheless, the service clarified that several variables including atmospheric conditions, wind speed above the deck, and humidity may necessitate a fully equipped Lightning to execute a full sprint to the ski jump for a successful takeoff, which implies starting from the 850 feet marker situated close to the flight deck's rear end. This initiation of a full sprint is a novel occurrence for both carriers. Furthermore, this marked the debut of bombs being launched from the aircraft deployed on the HMS Prince of Wales, albeit these were merely non-explosive practice models. The go-ahead for the pilots to disembark was given by Warrant Officer 1 John Etherington, the head of the flight deck and a seasoned operator of deck activities on U.S. carriers from the Nimitz class. Reflecting on the experience, he exclaimed, "The sight of the jet, thoroughly armed and launching from the rear end of the flight deck, was formidable. This is an exciting phase as we are pushing the limits of the UK's naval aviation." In the meantime, a remarkable accomplishment was recorded on the HMS Prince of Wales, where the F-35 Lightning II executed the first-ever ship-borne rolling vertical landing, SRVL, a venture developed by the British over 10 years. This maneuver allows pilots to reboard the ship post-mission with a substantial amount of stores in the aircraft. The SRVL technique capitalizes on the lift produced by the aircraft's wings and the vertical sway of the jet engine, optimizing the payload capacity on return flights and minimizing financial losses from disposing of expensive machinery into the sea for vertical landings. During an SRVL, the aircraft makes a rapid approach to the ship from the rear and utilizes the lift from the overhead air and the engine's thrust to gently descend and halt. Before this test, F-35 aircraft had merely executed vertical landings on the 3 billion pounds carriers, hovering sideways before gently descending onto the flight deck. The Royal Navy carrier shared on X, previously known as Twitter, a video recording of the recent landing on the flight deck. Nonetheless, The ubiquitous F-35, despite its record sales and achievements, has encountered hurdles in the delivery processes of these fifth-generation stealth fighter jets.